So there is simply what's happening, and what seems to be happening is already everything, which means there is no separation. This is already nothing being everything as it is, which may appear as waiting, expectation, thinking, wondering, the room, the trees, cars hooting, birds chirping. This, what is already everything. And it can never be known because there's no separation. There's nothing really outside of it to know it. There is already nobody here to know this because all there is this, simply what is. And this isn't trying to go anywhere. This isn't trying to uh, unite, everybody. This isn't trying to save the world because there is really no separation. It's just this appearing as everything. So it can never really be spoken because even that which seems to be speaking is already what is totality, appearing as that. So every question, every thinking, every sensation, even the experience of separation is already totality appearing as that. There is never really any real experiencer who's uh, who's looking for uh, uh, who wants to collapse or dissolve in a way. There is simply just this. So there's just seeing, and nothing is seen, and there is no seer. This seeing is not a man or a woman, it's not a human being. It was never born, therefore it never dies. So this seeing, it doesn't really depend on the existence of the body. It's not seeing just because the eyes are opened. Even when the eyes are closed, there's just seeing. But the one who claims to see has never been found, except as a thought, which may also be just simply what is, just this appearing as that. So really, this can never be said, because this as it is already wordless. There are no words here. Words may be spoken, but even what seems to be words is also just what is, this totality appearing as words. There's really nobody who can point to this. And there may be pointing happening, but that pointing is really pointing to nothing, because there's nothing separate. This isn't separate for it to have a pointer that it can point to a certain direction. There's just this, which is already everything. There's no separation. So what seems to be the pointer, the pointing, and what is being pointed at is already just this appearing as that. So even what seems to be the story itself is already what is appearing as a story. There isn't any real story. And this, as it is not trying to get rid of the story, because even the story is still an expression of this. Even that which seems to be separate from this is also this appearing as something separate. There is never any real separate thing that can claim that it's real. There is no separation already. Everything is this, no matter what shape or form it may appear to be. So if there are any questions that may seem to arise, and then they are welcome.
I just want to share that a friend of mine, Elaine, will be trying to get on this call, so she's not a troublemaker. So if she appears, she's illegal.
No. Okay. So she would
Okay.
like to contact me?
No, she wanted to come to this session tonight, so I gave her the information, and I just thought, if she shows up in your corner, she's what do you call it? She's not a
Troll?
A troll, right?
Okay.
She can't get on.
All right.
I have a comment. Oh. Oh.
Sorry about that.
There, I'm just going to say I because it's too hard to figure out try to talk without an eye. But, you know, throughout my life, I've been trying to fix things that I perceive as gone wrong, or somebody's sick, I want to help them. Like, there's always this feeling like like it's somehow a responsibility, or that's what I came here for. It's a purpose that I have to, that I'm here to help people. It's just a feeling, right? And there's always been such a desire for that. And now that desire is kind of, it's not as intense. And so now what's coming up is a lot of guilt that I don't have that desire. So now I'm feeling like I don't care anymore, like about people who are really needing help. It's like I don't join them in their fear. Like, oh,
I just got on this moment. I'm on now.
You're welcome. Okay, can go ahead.
okay.
You know?
And then on the flip side, I used to be so excited when people had a good story to tell, like a happy story, a story of achievement. And I would just be so happy for them, or I'd be jealous, or I'd be envy, or whatever. But I've just been noticing and observing that I don't care about that either. Like, there's just no big desire to care about either the negative or the positive. And it bringing up a lot of guilt. And I just wanted to share that because I'm tired of hiding about it. Like, I feel like I'm hiding. There's a hiding energy. Like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want this anymore. Like, this feeling like I got to try to get rid of guilt.
Beautiful.
You have anything to say?
Yeah, already there isn't anybody who's feeling guilt. Yeah. And there isn't anybody who's experiencing that. It's just everything appearing as that. So
Yeah,
the desire.
that's why.
That's
good.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that's why I'm talking about it, because it doesn't feel so condemning anymore.
Yeah. And as well, here it is seen that apparently everybody is okay, no matter what the story may seem to be, everybody is okay because every expression is already this appearing as that, every expression is already this expressing as everything. So it doesn't matter. The story may seem to be different, but by the expression, it's just totality, what is, that which is not separate, appearing to be separate. It is already this, what is, appearing as somebody who's sick, but there's no real somebody who's separate, who's feeling, who's sick, who has any sickness or disease. It's just this appearing as that. So here it is seen that everybody is okay. So everything is okay. The desire to help may seem to arise and people might be helped, but there isn't anybody who has a desire to do anything. It's just desire appearing and disappearing, An action might seem to be taken, to help somebody who's sick, to help somebody financially, that love or desire may seem to appear. But it's not being done by somebody. It's just this also expressing as that. And this doesn't mind. It doesn't mind, and it doesn't see the other. The other has to do with an idea of being separate from everything. That experience of being separate, when it seems to be there, then it may seem as if there are others as well, but there are no real others. Or when that experience collapses, it may be seen that there were never others as well. Others is just a story appearing in this. Or you and others is just a story. And even talking about this is just a story appearing in this. This isn't going anywhere. If it seems to be going somewhere, that can be seen as just a story here. There is really nobody here. This isn't talking to anybody. There's just talking happening and listening happening. Thoughts appearing and disappearing. Imagination of being somebody appearing and disappearing. There is never really any separate somebody here. There's just this appearing as everybody.
Oh my God. I just had a thought, or not I, but that other so-called other people's stories that they're just burning to tell me, and they need to tell me their stories and I have to hear them. Like it's an expectation. It's not even their story, and it's not anybody's expectation, and nothing's happening between anyone.
Because there's no one here already.
Because there's no,
there's just
so so their belief in a someone is coming, it seems to be appearing in here. Like, and then I think, oh, it's appearing in there, like in that body. Like, where's the story, right? Is it in a body? It's not in a body. It's not coming from.
It can never be found.
Where's the voice coming from?
The story can never be found. Where is the story right now? Where is it? Yeah. Where is the story of your life now?
It feels like it's in the mind. Feels like, but that's not really a place.
Where is the mind even?
It feels connected to the body. I know it's really crazy. I know it's just a big story, but it's really rooted very deeply.
I would like to piggyback. It's Nina. I keep saying Nina, but it's Nina. So I just had a friend who was like, she calls it attacked by identity theft and lost a lot of money like months ago. And so I heard that, and I checked in with her and said, is it, you know, have you recuperated? Is it getting any better? Because she was totally devastated. And so she said, among other things, but she said, it's never going to get any better. This is never going to get any better. So, you know, in the past, what, you know, along like being with people and offering compassion or empathy, I'm not into advice. I know a lot of people are into advice, telling others what they need to do. I'm typically not doing that. But on the other hand, when I see, you know, like having a belief, like, is this not ever going to get any better? So the challenge is, I'm not going to sit there hearing this over and over and over again. And on the other hand, you know, if I say something along the lines that Nkosi may suggest, that it never happened or nothing ever happens, or I'm simplifying it now, that's not going to get through. So in a sense, I mean, that's kind of what comes up for me when I hear you talk, Naina, that, you know, when you're in a helping profession, or when you're used to offering at least compassion or empathy, or deliver a service, you know, that you may even get paid for, and so on and so forth. So what's the game plan then, you know?
No, it feels like an act. It feels like I'm an actress. And I'm just playing a part according to what people think who I am. And I just play the part, and I feel like a fake. I feel fakey. And they don't really know who they're talking, like they believe that they're a person, and they believe I'm a person and everything. And I'm just playing along, and it just feels weird. I can't tell them the truth. I have to play like in the illusion. There's just a playing, and it's weird. There's nothing serious about anything. Like, there's nobody really sick. There's nobody. I give options. I give techniques. If you know, I just meet them where they're at, and they think, "Oh, that's great. It's helping me. It's great." And I'm just like, they don't know any better than, so it's just the way it is.
Do you mind if I interrupt for a moment, please? Nkosi, I'd like you to meet my really good friend, Elaine and Yuzi. She's on this call. Can you see her? Elaine?
Yeah.
Hi, Aliena.
Hello, Nkosi. Nice to meet you. And nice
I
to.
told her a lot about you, and she's, I've invited her, so I just wanted to acknowledge that.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Aliena.
Welcome, Elaine.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, wonderful.
It's always so interesting, Nkosi, to hear you say that, you know, I'm really getting more when I'm seeing others, I'm really seeing myself and my own thoughts. And sometimes it's just really easy to be with another when they're in their story. I mean, Lord knows I've been in my story 100 times, you know, thousands of times. And it's still easy to have compassion also for, well, you've shown such compassion for my stories. It's interesting, you know, what the dialogues with people, and to see how much more relaxed I am when I realize it's just me I'm seeing all over the place. I may not be saying that correctly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's everything is okay, and this doesn't mind the story, you know, even though when there's somebody who seems to be in trouble, who's looking for a solution, and that may be seen here as just a story and a play, and it's beautiful. And there may be a reaction here. This wouldn't say, no, it's just a story, forget about it, no. This may seem to engage, in a way, may seem to talk, and find some solution. It doesn't really mind the story. And this isn't trying to get rid of the me or even the story, because it's just also an expression of this. So everything here is allowed to play out. It's allowed to play out and until it exhausts itself, until it disappears. So everything is okay. Everything is beautiful. Every action, every thought, every sensation, every feeling is already an expression of this. Even when it seems as if there is anger arising, frustration, confusion, jealousy arising, it, that doesn't belong to anybody. It's just appearing. It's just an appearance in this. Even the story doesn't belong to anyone. It's not your story. There isn't a you. It's just a story appearing in this. So everything's okay. And here there's always that sense of okayness. Even that which seems not to be okay is okay.
Nkosi, may I ask
Yes.
how you received your moment of insight to look at the world this way?
I would say I never received it. I never received it. There is nobody here who received anything. But there was a recognition that which seemed to be a seeker, an intense seeker, seeking for enlightenment was never there. There was a recognition that that one was never there. Even the recognition itself, it wasn't that somebody was recognizing that, oh, there's just this. The seeker itself was seen that it never existed. There's just this. So even that which is asking a question is just this asking a question. And this as well seems to be giving an answer. But there is nobody there who's asking a question.
So are you saying that none of us are here?
Yeah, there's no us. There's just what's happening. There's just this. This can never be known. This is nothing being everything. Us and them and you may seem to appear in this as just a story. But there's no real us because there's no separation. This isn't separate. This is already everything. There may be labels as well. That say there is Eliana, there is Peter, Nina, Dawn. Those are just labels. The computer screen, the room. Those are just labels. also they are not separate from this. It's just this appearing as labels.
Are you saying that there is an infinite mind in which this is playing out as an illusion?
Well, this can be given so many names, but itself as it is already nameless. You can say it's an infinite mind or consciousness or everything, what is, but words don't matter. This is already nameless. So when I say this, really, it can never really be described. There's no description. But at times, words may be used as concepts, to describe that which can never really be described. So everything is already this. There are no names, but names can be, may seem to appear, as we're saying, infinite consciousness or infinite mind, but this is already wordless. It can never be known, it can never be understood because it's not separate from itself. There isn't any separation. And this right here doesn't know anything. Nobody knows anything because there's nobody. There's just this, expressing as that already. Appearing to ask a question, appearing to give an answer, scratching the neck, closing the eyes. So
Wayne, when you're not talking, you may want to mute yourself because you're becoming active every time you move something. You're becoming active. There is a mute and unmute button. So when you speak, you unmute, and when you don't speak, you can mute.
So, and Nkosi, the question I always ask is, so I'm going through some medical treatments which have side effects. Now, I can sort of get that all of this is everything is expressing as that. I can sort of get that. But if I, or it seems like I have some control over the side effects. So if I do my breathing practices, good diet, you know, that kind of, those kinds of things, then it seems like the side effects are less, feel better. And if I don't do those, the side effects are worse. I don't feel better. So I'm trying to figure out, like, am I not doing anything? Is it just happening that there's this thing here and it's going through things, and then everything is breathing me as a practice, you know, breathing me, or everything is expressing as eating better food? Is it just, it's just happening? There's no, it just so seems that there's something here that is choosing or directing or do this because this will be better.
Yeah, there is no doer already. There may be doing happening, deciding, control that may seem to be there, but it doesn't belong to anybody. It's just this totality appearing as that. It may seem to say, oh, I'm gonna do the breathing technique, you know, maybe it's gonna help. It may seem to say, now I'm hungry, I need to go and eat. I need to go to the loo now. Maybe if I do meditations for about 2 hours, you know, I will feel better. That can seem to be done, but it's never. It's not you who's doing that. There isn't a you. It's just this. Even talking, the talking itself, deciding to do something, feeling as if it has control, or maybe I will go there and fix that. Okay, I feel okay now. There isn't a you. That's not you. It's just this expressing as that. There isn't a separate you who can do anything. There's no separation. That's this appearing as that.
So there's no me experiencing side effects. Side effects are just happening. Discomfort
Exactly.
or pain is just happening.
Yes. There may be action.
Without me.
There may be. Yes. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead with the action part. That's what I was.
Yeah, there may be action that may seem to be taken, you know, as well.
But I'm not taking that action.
Yes, you're not.
That
already.
So my fate, I'm bringing the word fate here. My fate is not in my hands.
You are not already. Yeah. There may seem to be a free will, in the story, somebody deciding to do or to take left or to take right, but there is no real free will. It's just this deciding. It may seem as if it's you who's deciding, but it's just this deciding to do whatever you wants to do. There was never a you there in the first place. Even anger, when anger seems to arise, or frustration or confusion, it's just this nothing or nothingness, you can say, expressing as that, because there are no limitations. This may appear as anything. It's appearing as a room. It's appearing as somebody who's asking a question. It's already appearing as somebody who's not getting this. It's already appearing as somebody who's really seeking for this. There's no real somebody who's separate from this, who wants to get this. There's just this appearing as everything. And somehow, because of what is being spoken here, there may seem to be something collapsing or falling away. But that too is illusory. It's just an illusion. Because there is already nothing to fall away here. It's the same as if there is an experience of separation, somebody who thinks is separate, that's an illusion. That's illusory. There's never really anybody who's separate. So even the falling away, when it happens, it is recognized that there wasn't anybody. It is recognized by no one that there wasn't anybody already. So the recognition itself doesn't happen to anybody. There is nobody who will be there to claim that, oh, now I'm there. I'm this. No. The seeking itself, this energy of seeking, is arising from this as this. It doesn't belong to anybody. There is already nobody who's seeking. Somebody who or the imaginary separate self is already totality appearing as, or is already totality in a dream, appearing to be in a dream of separation. There is no real somebody who's separate. This doesn't see separation. This doesn't see the other. This seeing right now, this seeing is not Don seeing, it's not Alice seeing. It doesn't belong to anybody. It's not a man or a woman. It's not a man seeing or a woman seeing. It's just seeing. But there may be a knowledge in the memory that may seem to appear. that, oh, I'm a woman, it may seem to say, I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm seeing as a man, that's just a thought construct, that's just a knowledge in the memory. It's not an evidence that there is a real somebody there. It's just what appears in this as well. So this thing as it is not a man or a woman. It's not a human being. It's not looking for something. It's not trying to achieve anything. It's not moving. It's not expecting anything. It's not waiting for anything to happen. It's not thinking. Everything may seem to appear in this seeing. It may seem to appear to say, I'm a woman who's seeing, I'm a man who's seeing. It may seem to say, no, I really today, I can't get this. Last week, man, I was getting this, I was getting closer to this, but today, I'm a little bit off. That's just what appears in this seeing, It appears and disappears, just like when there's a blue sky, black clouds appear and white clouds appear. Thunderstorm appear, rain appears and disappears. Okay, the sky doesn't mind. So if something appears, it appears. There must be that space that is always there, that never appears or disappears. If something appears, it appears and disappears. Another one may appear and disappear. But there is always that space that is unchanging, that never, it never appears, therefore it doesn't disappear. So it is seen that even that which seems to appear in that space is also this space appearing as that. The space and what appears in this space is not separate. And this is not making any efforts. It is already effortless and obvious to itself. It is not a human being. It was never born, so it never dies. It's always watching without interest. If something is watching with interest, then that may be seen as just an appearance in this. If something is expecting something to happen, then it may be seen as just an appearance in this. If something is looking for something, oh, I need to go there, I need to fix that, I need to do that, that can be seen as just an appearance in this. Am I being too serious?
You're just fine, Nkosi. It's totally clear.
It's very clear that it's put us all in a trance.
And with a giggle and a smile like that, how can it all be serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's already no you to get it. There's just this. Even appearing as somebody who wants to get it. This right here never got it. There's nobody here to get anything. And there's nobody there to get anything already. There's just this. Simply what's happening. Appearing as looking, appearing as thoughts, appearing as sensations, appearing as love, joy, peace. All there is this. Then who's looking for this? Who's searching for this? Who's trying? Who's struggling? Who's searching? As what are you searching? Exactly. What do you take yourself to be? I'm a man. I'm a woman. It's just a thought appearing in this. There's nobody here already. There's just this. This isn't a thing that can be pointed at. It can never be known. It can never be understood because it's not separate. It's already everything. Everything can't be known. The power is back. So everything is already this, no matter what shape or form it may appear to be. It may appear as seeking, it may appear as looking, uh, laughing, somebody who's laughing, thinking, waiting, expecting. It's all just this. What is totality? Are there any last questions or comments? Good night, everybody. Have a
Thank
great
you,
evening.
Nkosi.
Good night,
Good
Nkosi.
night, everybody.
Hey,
Good
thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.